So let's get started with the Viruti mantra. It's how I normally start everything. Boo swaha Agnihotra namama swaha Ayurveda namama swaha Suryaya namama Burba swaha Prajapataye namama. Welcome everybody. This is the Agnihotra Ladies, TheCosmicClinic. I'm the Agnihotra Lady, and I'm broadcasting live here at Shanti Atlanta, which is the Atlanta campus of Shantiville Institute. Shanti Atlanta is located in Conyers, Georgia, and the main campus is in Tuskegee, Alabama. And so this topic for this evening is the Ayurvedic ancient technology of renewable energy. And it's interesting because there's a lot of talk about renewable energy in the tech world and sustainability and all these things. And I don't think people realize that technology has always been around. We think of technology as something, as a modern thing that is, that we've been talking about probably, very keenly the last 50 years, but there's always been technology that people were using. And now, of course, we're doing a lot of things in the renewable energy sector, using natural resources to solve some of the energy problems and to cut down on pollution, so you'll hear a lot about wind turbines and solar panels and people building geothermal heating elements and things like that. But I just want to touch on the fact that we've always had ancient technology, and I've said many times before that real sustainability will keep everything in a closed loop. It won't destroy, there won't be any byproducts, in terms of pollution or emissions or anything like that. So, and I'm talking about the natural resources that nature provides for all of us. These things are meant to be used. We're meant to be caretakers of the trees, and we're to use the sun and the wind in order to live fruitfully upon the earth. The Creator created nature and this planet and the moon to work in concert with our bodies. Okay? So, and I've talked before about how we are all connected, and that there's no such thing as, okay, here are these human beings, and then we're living on this planet. The planet is inside of us. We are the planet, okay? And whatever happens to the planet, it helps with us. It is connected to us. And so here at Shantiville Institute, Shanti Atlanta, we teach the ancient Ayurvedic technology, which is called Agnihotra. And so as you saw earlier, for those that are new to the show, this is a homifier. Agnihotra, which I did not perform earlier, but is a basic homifier. And it's a homifier that is done at sunrise and at sunset. And it's tuned into the circadian rhythm of nature. And so at sunrise, we put specially prepared ingredients inside a copper pyramid. And let's just get back up close so you can see what the pyramid looks like. So this is the pyramid that we use. And so we use dried cow dung. We use ghee, which is nothing but unsalted butter that has been boiled for about 20 minutes, and then the fat is skimmed off. And then we use brown rice, just regular, let me see if I can, just regular, oops, Just regular brown rice. I don't even know if you can see that. Polished brown rice. Those are the basic ingredients that we put inside the copper pyramid. And so then at sunrise, we chant Sanskrit mantra directly at sunrise. And then there's an interaction between the sun and the solar system and the pyramid. And then there's a purification that takes place for the planet. There's a cascading effects of the ethers, energies, and electricities that come into contact with the pyramid. And then you have a purified atmosphere that is pushed back up. And it goes 8 miles up, and it's a 2-mile radius. And it's been scientifically proven to clear up pollution. And when you perform Agnihotra, then you also are purified. You're renewed. So this is a mind renewal technique, a mind renewing technology. And so you will hear a lot of this when you read a lot from the ancient teachers, the old school teachers in Ayurveda. Master Vazant, who was my husband Sri Charles's teacher, he talks about this in his book called The Light Towards Divine Path, about mind renewal. And so when we're talking about climate change, pollution, and things like that, it really is in conjunction with you as a human being. And for those of us that are on a spiritual path, renewing your mind is in concert with keeping the planet healthy and protecting its natural resources. They go hand in hand. And you really cannot be on the spiritual path if you're not also protecting the mother, our planet. So Master Vazant was saying in the book, The Light Towards Divine Path, that you cannot walk that path, okay, the spiritual path, without a constant renewal of the mind. It doesn't matter what you have done yesterday or last week and all of that. You have to constantly renew your mind. And what does that mean? That means that on a daily basis, we're making sure that we keep away judgmental thoughts and prejudices, that we are always forgiving ourselves and other people. We are keeping away from greed and envy, and lust and attachment. Okay, so you're constantly in a state of learning, a lifelong learner, and you will often see from many the teachers, the masters, and the rishis, and the seers, and the magis, and these people that have made a commitment in their entire lives for learning the truth and taking that path, that they're in a constant state of learning. There's a renewal that happens. So this mind renewal that Master Vazant talks about, it is something that all of us can do. Mind renewal keeps the chaos out of your head, and it keeps chaos out of these neighborhoods and communities. A lot of people are stressed out because of the pandemic. And I've mentioned before that because of pollution, they have studies now that show that the coronavirus and other things, they're exacerbated by pollution. So it is vital now, everyone, that we do Agnihotra, which is the practice I was describing that we do at sunrise and sunset, as a way to renew your mind. You're renewing the planet, okay? You're renewing yourself. And so getting back into the topic of renewable energy, that's the buzzword, is we need to have renewable energy, to save the planet. We need solar panels. We need wind turbines. And I'm here to tell you that we already have this ancient technology. Agnihotra is a basic homotherapy. It's a tool that we use to clear up the atmosphere, cleanse the soil. It purifies water. So for those that live in communities that are polluted, or you're looking to grow food and just clear up these neighborhoods, Agnihotra is the ancient Ayurvedic tool that is the renewable energy that has been set forth in the Vedas. So, God, the Creator, has provided things for humans to be able to exist on the planet without destroying it, without bickering and destroying ourselves. So in the mind renewal process, as we cleanse the planet, we're cleansing our mind. So you start doing Agnihotra as much as you can. We tell people sunrise, sunset. You can only do it at sunrise before you go to work, and then, or maybe if you work a shift where you can't do it until sunset. Please do this, because this is a way to calm down all the mind disturbances and to keep your mind in the present moment and to be filled with love. You don't have to be scared and chaotic. I've talked to so many people that are scared because of what's happening in the society. Stop looking at so much TV, look at the headlines, go inward to yourself. And so one of the things that you will see that masters and teachers are doing, gurus or whatever the word you want to call them, they sit in silence, they meditate, they go inward. And so for those that do go to whatever temple or synagogue or church, religion, when you look at the root of that word it means to go back to. So you're going back into yourself. Okay, for those that do that. Agnihotra can be performed by anyone, no matter what you practice, or even if you don't practice anything. Agnihotra is not attached to a religion. So whatever you're doing, you become a better person, a better Buddhist, a better Jewish person, Christian person, whatever you are, you just become better. So this is the mind renewal we're talking about. So when people are coming to me and saying that they're stressed out about the pandemic, I say to them, do Agnihotra to end that chatter inside your head. That you don't have to be in chaos. So go inward to yourself to start the mind renewal. And you'll find that as you do Agnihotra, that there's a calmness that's there. You sit for 15 minutes, you wait till the fire goes out. Like I said, we use cow dung, dried cow dung, rice, and ghee. So you sit there for 15 minutes until the fire goes out. And you can just sit there 15 minutes. And you can sit there longer than that. But the purified atmosphere, it purifies your home and purifies your thoughts. So this is something that we can do. So when we talk about mind renewal, and all the chaotic things that are happening. So on a spiritual path, no matter what you're practicing, you want to always be in the present moment. You want to always look to the right for the positive, no matter what situation you're in, what struggles or suffering that you're having, and not look to the left. Okay? You want to always be in a state of happiness in whatever moment it is that you're in. And and a lot of times people get, we get stuck in the past. We get stuck in previous generational traumas or racial or gender issues, or these things that harbor anger and do not lend themselves to being in the present moment and having cleansed thoughts. It doesn't mean that these things don't matter that have happened in the past, but for you to be in a blissful state, you have to be in the present moment. You're not attached to all these things that keep your mind trapped and keep your mind in stress. So all the stress that I see now has to do with the way we're thinking. So Agnihotra, like I said, is the tool to keep you calm. To be in the present moment. So no matter what is happening, you are calm, you're less angry, and you're more forgiving. So like I said, when we attach to these generational things, or if you were raped or discriminated against or there are lots of things that happen to people, to us, when we're suffering. But for us to really move forward and be in the present moment and to walk with certainty and to go beyond the normal things that we think of ourselves as a human, we have to be in the present moment and let go of all these things. We have to forgive, and always, when you're in this state of mind renewal, like I said before, it's an ancient Ayurvedic technology. This is a tool. This technology, this mind renewal, we're talking about Agnihotra. Okay, it is a tool to keep you in a constant state of mind renewal. Okay, because that's one thing. No matter all these things that are happening, whatever is happening in your community with the mask mandates, the vaccines, or protest, or with immigration issues and things like that, you yourself control how you think. So this technology has been around for centuries, and many things have been said by teachers like Master Vazant and my husband Sri Charles. They talked about this their entire lives when they were in their physical bodies, about how can you as a human being walk in peace and harmony. What can you do to be part of the solution of peace and tranquility? So it always starts with you, the individual. If you're not healed, okay, then how can the neighborhood or the community or the nation or the country or the entire world be healed? It starts with you as an individual. It always starts with you. So you're not insignificant. You as an individual have the power of a mountain inside of you. Once you transform, once you're already renewed, constantly renewing yourself, and this is a daily practice, then that's how the change happens. So I'm going to give you some 4 ways in which you can renew your mind. So going back to renewable energy. Okay, let's state very firmly that you as a human being, you're the most potent renewable energy on this planet, because you're a human being and you're divine and you are imbued with the powers. You have been designated by the Creator to take care of the planet and take care of each other. So you, the human being, you're the most potent and the most reliable renewable energy source on this planet. We're the ones that can make sure that the trees are not all cut down, and that we manage our soil and we grow healthy food. No other animal has dominion over the entire planet. Okay, so realize that you are the powerful renewable source. Now, can we have these projects that, and I read the technology and the science magazines? Yes, we can have that, but we have to depend on ourselves and do the inner work. So the first technique, which I've mentioned, is Agnihotra. If you perform this daily at sunrise and sunset, it will clear your thoughts. It will ease your stress. Your entire family, your entire family, I'm trying to get rid of that light there. Your entire family can do this to clear the thoughts. So if you're stressed, this helps. A lot of people that have PTSD or mood disorders, they report that when they do Agnihotra, they can throw away the psychotropic drugs, and that they can feel it in their bodies. There's also a healing that comes about, that physical healing, because you are purifying your thoughts. And think about anything that affects the planet affects you. You're connected to the planet. So Agnihotra, that's the first thing that we recommend. And then when people come here for stress therapy sessions or to learn Agnihotra, when they tell me they're having family problems, this is the first thing I tell them. Yes, you can go see a therapist. Yes, you can come talk to me, but I want you to be reliant on what you can do within your household. Because you can't come live at Shantiville Institute or Shantilana. You need to be able to thrive in your home. So perform Agnihotra, and you have more peace and harmony in your home. And then plus, when you do this, you'll see that the wildlife, the animals, and if you have a garden or live on a farm, all that flourish because you're doing a healing practice. And it just envelops, like I said, it goes 8 miles up and 2 mile radius. So that's the first technique. So the second thing we recommend also is deep breathing. And so I can show you some deep breathing, and we're talking about some advanced deep breathing practice movements that will clear your lungs, strengthen the lungs, tone the organs, regulate breathing, regulate blood pressure, manage pain. So if you do deep breathing on a regular basis, this will also help with mind renewal. So those are the first 2 tips: Agnihotra for mind renewal, and then we're talking about deep breathing for mind renewal. And so remember that, let me see here, something happened here with my, give me a second here, my computer. Okay, the internet had gone out for a second. I'm back online. Okay, so those are the first 2 techniques. So the third technique would be sitting in silence, meditation. And let me just say that when you're doing deep breathing, we start, normally start people off when they come here for, to learn things, 15 minutes, but you want to eventually build up to an hour. And that is a precursor to meditation. So, but the third technique for mind renewal is sitting still, meditation. So this is a way to get away, clear away the anger, the anxiety. Like I said, I see so many people stressed out on the social media, and and it may look like I'm on social media all the time. I'm not. I just go on there to post things or whatever, and I know I have a lot of friends and followers on Facebook, but I limit that because that gets too much. Get off the social media and spend quality time with your family. And, one of the things I also recommend, which may be the number 4 technique, but let's go ahead and make it the number 4 technique, is have a day of quiet. I know you say, I can't have a whole day of quiet. I'm busy. I'm very busy. I can't do that. But normally we do it on a Monday. You can do it on any day or time. And if you can't do a full day of silence, see if you can do an hour. Because there's so much chatter and clutter. We're too busy by sitting still and taking the time to go inward. And so when I say a day of silence, I mean that no phone, cell phone, no computer, no Facebook. Just sit still. And some people can't do that because they're used to always being busy doing stuff. But there is a healing and a regeneration, a mind renewal that takes place when you're silent. So I normally do it on a Monday. And so some people, we fast. You can do a half day of fasting or a full day of fasting. You can do it with some water, or if you have a medical challenge where you need to have a little fruit or something, you can do that. But you want to have your body just totally not performing things. You want to just go inward and be silent. And this is your time to meditate. You can do Agnihotra and other homifiers. And like I said, to renew your mind. So that's number 4. And I'm trying to think, I have a number 5 because I didn't even think about that. Let me see what I wrote down in my notes. Oh, And of course, well, I guess the fifth technique, so it's 5 things that I'm talking about mind renewal. And the fifth thing would be yoga. So doing yoga regularly is a way to renew your mind. So yoga, we're talking about in the traditional sense in which, my husband, Sri Charles, trained me in the way that is done with the yogi masters. It is a way of life. It is a union of your body, okay, and mind. So yoga is a lifestyle. It's not just you sitting up doing downward dog or whatever these poses are. Yoga is a way to, like I said, to renew your mind. And so when you do yoga every single day, of course it's good for your body. But you can use this as a way to renew your mind. And if you're doing the health challenge or any of these things, yoga is excellent. It's excellent way. So those are the 5 things. So for mind renewal, let me just get back to that. Okay, let me rotate back here towards the fire. We're talking about Agnihotra, perform every day. We're talking about advanced deep breathing exercises, and we are open here at Shanti Atlanta Conscious. I can individually show you some advanced techniques. I may do a Zoom demonstrating that, but it takes a while to learn the techniques, the proper way of advanced deep breathing. We talk about 3, sitting still, meditation. 4, we're talking about having a day of quiet. No social media, no cell phone, okay? And then the 5th thing, what's the 5th thing? Yoga. What else did I say? I listed 5 things. I missed something, didn't I? But anyway, so yeah, Agnihotra, yoga, deep breathing, meditation. Oh, no, that's right. Deep breathing, meditation, and then having a day of silence. So anyway, those are the 5 techniques. So you will find, and we're still talking about the renewable energy that you are as a human being. So you'll find that as you're doing these things every day, you will slowly over time change your thinking. So it rarely happens overnight. I mean, some people may have a catastrophic event that happens and they change, their outlook on life. But most of us that don't go through something traumatic, change is gradual. So, and I'm going to get up here in a minute because Agnihotra is going to be here in about 7 minutes, and I don't have the pyramid set up here to do it here on Facebook Live. But you will find that the way that you respond to things is differently than what you normally done. So like I said, when Master Razan was talking about mind renewal in his book, the Light Towards the Divine Path, this is what he was saying. So for anyone that's, like I said, that's on a spiritual path, you're serious about really being on the highest level of consciousness as possible and going outside the human experience of your 5 senses, okay? This is the only way for you to be on a spiritual path if you would like to grow. You can't change the outside world, but you can change yourself. So anyway, I hope all of these things are helpful. And as always, if anyone has any questions, feel free you can post a question on this video after, because I'm about to go off now, or you can send me a direct message. The email is shantiatlantacenter@gmail.com, and our phone number, the main phone number is 334-740, oh gosh, I always forget that number. Well, the number is Shanti Atlanta is 404-487-8156. And my mind always goes blank trying to remember our main number, which Justin normally answers. But feel free to message me and connect with me on. Our main page is Shanti Villa Institute on Facebook, and then we have Shanti Atlanta is the Conyers locations page, and I just want to have one last thing to say, that with all these things that are going on, that, there's no pandemic in your thinking. There's no pandemic inside of you. Fear fosters all sorts of things. And plus, being fearful and scared of other people and of what you think is the unknown, that actually breaks down your immune system. And that's another thing, this fire, Agnihotra fire homotherapy, is excellent for building up the immune system. Every time you do a home of fire, we do the home of fires at 4 o'clock, 5 a.m., sunrise Agnihotra, 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and at sunset Agnihotra, there's a boost to your immune system, okay? So for those that really want to deal with the pandemic in a natural way, Ayurveda has given you the ancient technology, okay, renewable energy within you, the human being, with the Agnihotra process being the ultimate tool for you using yourself as the potent energy, renewable energy source. Okay, as always, thank you so much for viewing the Agnihotra Ladies, the Cosmic Clinic. And if you would like to get Agnihotra Pyramid Kits or our plant food, you go to ShantiVillaInstitute.com. Let me show you a quick picture because I need to go do the fire. So here is a pyramid kit. Here is the plant food. And we also have a book. Okay, so that's a quick commercial. Thanks so much, everyone. Be blessed. Love, peace, and happiness always. Until the next time, I'll see you soon.